If you were alive before the internet existed and you are looking to start an online business and you simply don't know what to do, you're stuck, you've tried so many things and you're just about to give up and wait for retirement, this right here is the video for you, and I'm going to help you finally start the thing and give you the easiest possible way in terms of learning technical skills, no funnels, limited headaches, and the lowest possible cost, and not having to put a bunch of time, effort, and energy into this. And you can literally start today. What I'm referring to is a Skool community. Skool, S-K-O-O-L, not the one that you went to and you dreaded it for the majority of your life. If you are not familiar with Skool, then I'm going to show you behind the scenes exactly what it is. I've started 4 different Skool communities. I have 3 that are active. And my most current one, Mindset Skool, I grew from 0 to 275 plus paid members in less than 9 months. It was paid from day one. And I'm going to show you exactly how I did it and how to start your own. A Skool community is something that you can launch. I'm sharing my screen here for $9 per month. I want to emphasize this. This is not a joke. So I'm going to go to create a community and create your own community. For $9 a month, you get a 14-day free trial. You can have unlimited members. You can have unlimited videos, so unlimited courses, unlimited live streaming. They do take a 10% transaction fee, but you can build it all. You can build courses. You can collect payments. This is a place for you to build an audience, which is, I'm very big on building your audience first, then asking them what they want, making it for them, and then charging them money for it. Every time that I've done that in my career, since I shifted to that methodology versus the old way of just make a bunch of stuff, build funnels, and hope people buy it. And that usually doesn't work. You end up getting frustrated. And then you look for the next side hustle and you do the same thing and you keep repeating the same errors over and over again and you get nowhere. This is going to end the getting nowhere part. You're actually going to get somewhere. Step number 1 is to sign up for one of these plans. You get a 14-day free trial. $9 per month, $108 per year. You've spent way more than that on courses and PDFs, and this is actually an opportunity for you to get paid. So once you have the actual plan, the next thing you are going to do, and I'm going to show you one of my groups. I have 3 groups, and I'll show you all 3 of them. So we're in Mindset Skool right now. This is the group that I built from 0 to, it's at 279 members right now, and I did this in 9 months. And I'm happy to prove it to you because if I go inside the classroom, and this is in Mindset Skool, I help people build their own Skool community. So if you look right here, April the 1st is the date. And at the time of this recording, it's December the 12th. So this is less than 9 months that I built this group, and it was paid from the get-go, from day one. So here's what happens when you open up your own Skool community. This is essentially your landing page, all right? And I have an image here. I have some text. I have another image here that talks what the community is about. Then I have some testimonials here of people that are getting wins. You're not going to have that from day one unless you have a business outside of here, but I'm going to show you a very bare bones way to do this. I have a walkthrough video, which shows everyone inside the community because you can't see inside. You can only see this page. And then I have one of my courses, like this is the Build Your Skool course. I help people in Mindset Skool build a school that actually makes money. Once we're inside, we have a couple different components. We have the classroom here. So here's all the courses that I have. There's some draft stuff here that I don't have anymore. But if I were going to build a brand new course, this is how easy it is. And I show you how to do this inside of Mindset Skool. Also, Skool shows you how to do it too. So they have lessons in there as well. I click on new course. I'm going to add a name of this course. So let's just say this is Brian's new course. You give it a description. So this is your course description. And then you are you're deciding on what to do. So this could be open to everybody. Now I have a paid group, so everyone gets this course for free. I can do a buy now. So this is how you can build a course and charge people money for it. And I'm going to talk to you about the different models that you can implement here in a minute in another community that I have. But if I wanted to charge $50 for this course, it would be published. and then I would simply add it, right? And then if I go back to the classroom, then it's going to take me to the course page. If I go back to the classroom, now it's live. This thing my members can actually see this. So I'm going to go in and put it into draft mode. But inside the course, okay, if you can see here, like in my Build Your School course, which is where I teach you, it's all lessons. So I have a video, and then I have pinned post here, and I just build this out. And it's very simple to do once you learn the basics. So in here, for example, if I had a video, so I would just say, okay, this is lesson number 1 or whatever you want to call it. It's published. And then if I click the video button, I can either link a YouTube video here, a Loom video or Vimeo or Wistia, or I can just drag and drop a video here and Skool will host it. Then I click save, and then the video will show up, and you can put text down here as well. You can also add resource links. So if you wanted to sell digital products, you can put PDFs in here. You can do a transcript, and then you can pin a community post. And again, you can charge for these courses individually. Then you have the calendar tab. So I can make calls. Let's just say this is a weekly call, right? And I'm going to run this call later today, or maybe Saturday, and I'm going to do it at 2 o'clock in the morning. I would never do that, but I'm just moving fast here. You don't need Zoom. This is when I say there's nothing else that you need. This is a Skool call where you can actually get the link and record it, and then you can upload it into the classroom as a lesson, or you can post it as a recording. Guys, it doesn't get any better than this. So I'm going to and then it would be it would be here. So as an example, I have a monthly call coming up. Here's the Skool call. If I click this, the call is going to start. But all of my members know this is coming because it gets sent to them via email. This is the calendar. You have the classroom, and then you have the community feed. So I'm going to go to my other community that I just started. I've got 62 members. I started this 17 days ago let's take a look at the date here. Created on November 25th. So the day after, I don't know when that was. Anyways, I created this to solve one specific problem, which is pick the right online business for you. So this is what it looks like. And I have 2 images. I have this image, and then I have this image. And why trust me to help pick your online business? So I want you to think about, for an idea, what's one thing that you are really good at that you could talk about cold, and you just have a lot of skill and a lot of ability to do that. That's how you would come up with your idea. And your idea, I teach people, and I do this inside of Mindset School. I teach people to use what you already know. So either the skills that you have from your 9-to-5 job, if you've seen any of my videos, you hear me talk about that a lot, a life transformation that you went through personally that you could help other people with, or maybe you have a skill, or maybe you have a hobby that you're really good at or that you enjoy. One of the ways to have some inspiration is to go to discovering communities. I mean, there's literally communities about everything. I mean, here's Calligraphy School. Now, these are the top schools, but you could go and look at the different, if you wanted to look at hobbies right here, this is why they came up with the hobby plan. There's the acting lab. You could just go through here. There's houseplant enthusiasts, 12,000 members. Now, a lot of these communities are free, but they're charging for stuff inside. Okay, and here's how you do that. And here's the methodology. So this is my free community. Pick your online business. This is also getting shown up in search. This is how people find you. A lot of you will be like, oh, how do people find me? How does my community get known? Well, here's how your community gets known. And I'm going to go back to this discover communities. So if I type in the term online business, and this is intentional, guys, I did this on purpose, you're going to get all these communities that show up. And people are scrolling and they're scrolling and they're scrolling. Online campus. Here's a 0 to founder. There's a lot. Oh, there's my group on page 1, and I only have 62 members. It's because I'm using SEO, right? I'm showing up in search, even though this group. Okay, if I go here to settings and I look at what's referred to as discovery, which is where I rank in the money category, I'm at 3,200. 3,200. I'm not going to get found, but I get found if people go in and come to Skool and search, and they get a lot of visitors every single day, and people will find you through search. And I know that because I asked the question, how did you find me? And people will say Skool. And that's how they find me. That's the only way they find me, because this community is hidden from my profile, meaning people can't see it. So they're in here. I've got a lot of keywords in here that I pack in. Now I have a classroom that I'm building out. Now, here's something that I want to just give you that will really, really help you, which is, and I'm going to go back to Mindset School, my other community. I know I'm jumping around here, but this is really helpful because people are going to be like, okay, I'm not really an expert in my field, and you don't need to be an expert. That's just stuff you put in your head. But I have this thing that's called the empty room playbook that you would get inside of Mindset School. And I'm going to give you a piece of it right now. And this is a 30-minute video that I created, which talks about how I launched Mindset School to three posts. And I had a couple of videos inside of the Start Here course. And I didn't launch my first course until more than 2 weeks after my first members came in. I have a playbook here. I have a Google Doc playbook that talks about everything and how I would do it from scratch. And I actually give you a template to put on your About page right here, which essentially, I'm just going to copy this, right? I'm going to copy this right here. Okay. And if you want this, you can stop and screenshot the video right now, and you can take this, okay, since you're watching the video. So I'm going to go back to my other community, Pick Your Online Business. And if I went right here to the About page, okay, and I just went like this, and I pasted this, now I'm not going to save this because it's going to mess it up. You would just fill in the different things like, hey, I'm Brian and I'm building something new here. I don't have it all figured out yet, but I know I want to solve this problem, explore this topic, help people with fill in the blanks. And the easiest way to do this is to put this into ChatGPT and just speak to ChatGPT, do like a brain dump and tell it what you want to do. And then they would help you fill this out, and then you would be done. And this releases you of having to be the expert. It's like, hey, I want you to help me build this with you. I'm not just going to build it for you. So I'm going to hit cancel. So that would be your new About page. And then the next thing after that is, look, I have this core or this community, and my first post is, here it is right here. Inside this group, we will help you do this. This community exists for one reason: to help you pick the online business the first time. And I'm basically telling them, like, I don't really have it all built out yet. I'm going to build it in real time, because this is something that I don't like to sit around and wait on. Like, I want to just launch it. And I also want to show them that this is how you can do it. You don't have to have this thing fully built out. People build out full Skool communities and nobody's in there. And then they launch it and they bring people in, and nobody wanted the stuff that they built. So I know that this community is valuable because this is the thing that everyone tells me. I've done thousands of phone calls and they've said, pick the right online business. But for you, if you just had an idea and you weren't sure, this is a wonderful way to validate that idea. You open up the Skool community, you invite people in, and you start talking with them. And here's how you start talking with them. There's a couple things that you can do. So I'm going to go back to Mindset School. I realize I'm jumping around a lot here, but this is how I built Mindset School, and this is how I'm going to build the other community. Is I go into the classroom, okay? And everyone comes here, Start Here course. And number one, I give them a bunch of the best of Mindset School, which is all the wins that people have had in here: making money, getting their first sale, launching their first school, doing their first YouTube video, all the things that they were never able to do anywhere else, they do them here. Then I teach them how to use Skool, right? Because they want to learn how to use the platform. Then I ask them, how did they find this community? Where did you find me? We want to make sure that we know where the members are coming from, so that we can spend more time on that platform. There's a reason I make a lot of YouTube videos, because 110 people said YouTube. Now, here's the thing I teach everybody. When somebody comes into your community, you want to know where they are. I have a group about mindset, right? And I help, they're blocked, right? I'm teaching you how to build a Skool community here, but I want to know what their biggest bottleneck is, and then view the results. It's like most people are still in research phase. Like, they're still here. They just are stuck. This is a lot of you watching this video. You just can't seem to get out of here. And if I can solve that problem, which I can make money, which I do. The next thing is a call. So everyone gets a one-to-one call with me inside of Mindset School. And these calls are super powerful. And I have all these testimonials, or all these people who have just come back and said, hey, I got on a call with Brian. It was amazing. I was able to make my first sale. I was able to move past this thing that was blocking me. And then they write these posts on their own. I don't even ask them to do it. They just do it. Then I do this. Here's what we're going to cover, which is how I built my first course. Okay. Vote in the poll below. I have a video. Then they go to this post and they tell me, hey, what is your biggest mental hurdle? What is the thing that's blocking you the most? Vote and then leave a comment below. I have 250 comments on this thing. This is on April the 3rd. This is one of the first posts that I had in the group. Everyone is landing right here. Overthinking, analysis paralysis. Until recently, everything that was on this about page here was about overthinking. Everything, because that's what people voted to do. Now, since April, and I want to release you of this as well, the business that you start is not the one that you end up with. So while Mindset School in the beginning, and back in April, almost 9 months ago, was about mindset and getting people out of their own way, it still is. And then we launched their offer and helped them make their first sale, which I did do. During that timeline, the school launched the $9 hobby plan. And I was teaching people how to build funnels. I was teaching them how to make YouTube channels and email lists. And I can still teach people how to do that. But this is the easiest way to get people to move, because there's such limited friction, and it only costs $9 a month to open up a school group and host it. And you can do everything you want inside of here. And really the only thing that you need to do is to get people right to this page right here, your about page. This is the landing page. You do not need an outside website. You need none of that. You don't need a domain. You can send emails through here. And I want to show you how powerful this is. So I have 62 members. Nobody knows about this group except when I talk about it on YouTube, or when I send emails out to my email list, or when people search in the Schoolers platform like I showed you. So this is how many members got added in November, 30. The metrics are unbelievable. And then in December, I added 34 members. 2 left, but it was spam. So I just didn't let them in. And unfortunately, I had to kick one person out. So this is a free group, and it will always be a free group, but I am going to charge for stuff inside. I'm converting at 30%. The average school community, free school community across the entire platform, converts at 20%, meaning if 100 people come to that about page, 20 will sign up. Well, I'm getting 30 out of 100, and it fluctuates. So you can see here, this tells you how much traffic you have. The metrics are tremendous. On December 5th, I had 46 visitors to this page and 21% signed up. That's pretty good. This was from a YouTube video that I did. This was an email, but there's been emails and YouTube videos. Now here I was out of town, so I had no activity. 3 is unacceptable in terms of about page visitors, and 8, like I'd be yelling at people if they had that, and I'm yelling at myself. But I'm building this one slowly, and I don't really push it that hard because I have my other 2 communities. I have Mindset School, and then I have my mastermind as well, which is another group for people who want more access to me. More on that if you decide to come into any one of these groups. And look, if you don't know what business to start, if you're stuck on the idea, join this group. Pick your online business. I will leave a link in the description. And I don't do calls in this group, but I will help you with that part of the business. And I will also build out this classroom. And I'm going to probably put this video in here and some other assets in here for you to help you move forward to the next step. Now, this is all in draft mode. Here's one way you can monetize a free group. You can put stuff in the classroom, and I could simply just edit this course and say, hey, buy a coffee. It's always going to be free. If you want to support it, here's how. Never required. It's just like, hey, if you feel like contributing, go ahead. I could make this $5. I can make this $3. I can make this $7. Whatever you feel comfortable with. Here's the other way. Okay, because eventually you'll want to move to this, and I help people get paid members, not a bunch of free members, because anyone can do that. I could turn this thing, the dial up on this thing, and get a bunch of members in here, no problem, a lot of them. But I want targeted members who actually want help with this specific problem, which is to pick your online business, and that's who's in here. So if I go in here and I go to pricing, Okay, so go to pricing. Now you can see where this gets kind of cool. So I have a free group where it's free to join people, and I can charge for stuff inside the classroom. Subscription, which is I can make this just a price, which would be monthly and annual. So I can say, all right, I'm going to start this at $5 a month, and I'm going to charge $45 a year. And then if I set that, now it's going to be the price. Okay, now I'm not going to do that because I will do that. That's not going to be a free group. So if I go back here to the About page, right? And then you can see here it says to join group, and it's got some questions here that I got to fill out. And then it's going to say, okay, join the group. It's $5 to join. All right. So, or if I look at this at plans, it says $0 for standard, join as a standard member. I swear to goodness, I did that. I did pricing. Hold on, let's look. Pricing. Oh, it's free. I didn't save it. Okay, so made an error. I'm leaving that in. I got to save that now. And now that it's saved, everyone who wants to get in now is at $5 per month. So let's go back to the About page and let's see, you can see, join for $5 a month. So I'm going to go back and change that because it's a free group. Okay, so go back to pricing. Go back to free, save it. And then if I want to do freemium, I can have free, and then I can set the price. I can have a premium tier, and I can have a VIP tier. So I can just say, okay, this is going to be $5 a month for the month. And then if I want to turn a VIP tier on, I can make this an annual. Like I can just say, okay, if you're going to join for annual, it's going to be 60. It's going to be, well, let's do 45. Now, I'm just using small numbers here just to kind of show you what it looks like. So you would have 3 different tiers: free, premium, VIP, and that's what would show up on that page. Okay, I'm going to turn this. I'm not going to do this because I don't want to change. I'm at free. It's saved. And then I could just go to tiers, which is a straight page. So this would be paid, 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 and then I could do it one time. So if I have a course or something I just want to sell one time, I can just set that price right here, and people will join that group. So if it's $100 and I'm just teaching them how to do one specific thing, and it's one course, people can join. And this is how you could sell courses. This is how you could sell coaching. You could sell digital products in here. It all works. All right, just want to make sure that I have this off here. All right. I'm going to go back to Mindset School, and I'm going to show you the plan. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to go to /plans. I have my tiers set up. Mine is paid all the way. So when people come and they join, this is what they see. They see the $24 per month and all the stuff you get. Then they see the next one, which is $67 and all the stuff you get. Then there's a VIP tier and they see all the stuff that you get. Most people will join this tier, and then once they get on a one-to-one call with me or they feel more comfortable, they'll move into one of these two later, not from the onset. But you can absolutely do that with your group. If you have stuff that you've sold online before and you want to move it over to Skool, awesome. I do this with a lot of my members where they're bringing a business from outside of Skool and they're moving it over here and they're just going straight paid and they're getting everything set up. But if you're just starting from scratch, from day one, building a free Skool community, inviting people. And how do we invite people? How do we get people to our group, to this page right here? Number one, we shared the link, right? So you take this URL and you copy it, okay? And then you share it everywhere. So here's how I get traffic to my About pages on Mindset School. Here is all about YouTube and emails. And if you don't have an email list, that's okay. One thing that I do want to show you is that if I make a post about, post, copy. And then I select a category, general discussion. I can put a video in here. I can actually click this button and email it to everybody in my group. Now, I've done that. You can only do this once every 72 hours because the deliverability is very high with Skool and they want to protect that. But you can email everybody. It means they see the email and they come back to the Skool community. So that's what I mean by building an email list. You can also download the email list because you get everybody's email address. So I have 62 email addresses here, and I have another 279 in my other group. Let's talk about traffic, all right? Getting people to this page to convert, to sign up. I told you 2 ways already, which was I make YouTube videos, I send emails out, and then search. Like I'm optimizing this right here, search, okay? So that when people type in keywords, my group shows up. This is very common and very popular. For Mindset School, this community right here, I run ads. I run Facebook ads, I do YouTube, email, and I also am very active in the Schoolers community. So I'm going to show you what that means. This is my profile right here. All right, so let's go to the Schoolers community, right, which is where all the school group owners live. And if I click my profile, people see that I do this Mindset School thing and I built it to 275 paid members. They'll look and they'll see, oh, hey, he's got these two communities right here. As soon as they click this, which happens a lot, then I can show them ads, retargeting ads that I run for $3 per day on Facebook. And people will see this community and they'll be reminded that, oh, I remember looking at Brian. I was having a conversation with him. A lot of people will join the group that way. My philosophy on traffic and visibility is to just be as visible as possible in a lot of different places. In the beginning, I usually recommend people pick one platform and just kind of wear it out. So if you want to start with YouTube, you can do that. If you don't feel like making videos right now, then you don't have to make videos right now. You can do the SEO, the keyword search. You can post in other groups. A lot of people will join other school communities. I'm not a big fan of that because it's a distraction. I'm not in a lot of groups intentionally, but I do a lot of posting in Schoolers and I've gotten well known there. This is one of the easiest ways for you to start making money online. At the very least, to build an audience of people around the topic that you're interested in and finding out what it is that they want. Because a lot of you will spend weeks, sometimes months in ChatGPT trying to figure out what people want. Like, what do I sell? What business do I start? I'm telling you, I'm going to help you with what business to start. And then if you decide to move over to Mindset School, I'll give you the actual playbook, the roadmap, the steps, all the things on what to do next, like step by step by step by step. And when you get stuck, we have calls. I have monthly calls and I have one-to-ones as well. So there's a lot of different ways to get help from me. This prevents you from having to constantly second guess everything. When your members tell you, I want this, and you make it for them, and you say, okay, that thing you said you wanted, it's in the classroom now, go get it, they'll buy it. Happens every time. I'm going to give you a perfect example of this, which is I did a workshop the other day on Facebook ads because I run Facebook ads. So I teach people what I know how to do. And I've successfully had a lot of people join Mindset School with Facebook ads. So I ran the workshop live for my premium and my VIP members. So these members right here, 67 and the 997 members got it, all right? So they were able to come live. People wanted the replay. If you do a workshop, people always want the replay. Always, 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 always. Always do the replay. But they asked if it would be available, and I said, yes, it would. So I sold it. And I sold it for $33. And I also included a bonus with it that I didn't tell them about. I just said, hey, for the next 5 people who buy it, you're going to get a bonus. So far, 4 people have purchased just the replay. So I'm just repurposing the replay that I already did anyways, and I made $120 from a replay of a workshop. Now, it's a good workshop. More people will buy this. It's still in the classroom, but 4 people bought it really fast, like within the first 12 hours, right? And I just remind them like, hey, there's still 1 spot left, go buy it. These workshops that I did, I sold all of them. I sold all the replays. This YouTube workshop replay, I sold that. Now everything's open in the classroom with the exception of these 2 things, but there's so many different ways that you can make money. And I've tried them all. I've tested them all. The reason that my plans, okay, these plans right here, have one-to-one calls, like this one has a one-to-one call, this one has 3 one-to-one calls, so does this one, but it also has a 90-minute intensive, is that's what my members told me. After doing over 100 of these calls just inside of Mindset School, people kept asking me like, how do I get more calls with you? How do I get more calls with you? And that's how I was able to convert over 20 people into my 4-figure mastermind group, which is this one right here, this blue group, from the information that I got from them on the one-to-one calls that I do inside of this group. I'm a huge fan of one-to-one calls. And some of you might be freaking out right now. It's like, oh, Brian wants me to do one-to-one calls. I don't sell on them. I don't ever pitch on them. And I tell them that I don't. I help them. I serve them. And they end up asking me about the offer. Like, tell me about your premium tier. Tell me more about your VIP tier. They'll ask me in the DM, or tell me about your mastermind group. And they're asking me. And then they join. I give them the offer. I'm like, okay, here's the situation. And then they join. And that is not necessarily selling. That's reminding. That's making an offer. That's helping and being present and earning their trust. This is all the stuff that I teach inside of this group. The best thing that you can do right now, because I just threw a lot out at you. If you don't know what group you want to join, if you know that you have your idea and you want my help and you want to work with me on a one-to-one call, join Mindset School. It's $24 a month right now. It's going up to $49 a month soon, and I've got that listed right here. I will help you build the Skool community. We've got a lot of Skool community owners in there. If you're not ready for that right now, then go to pick your online business. Come here, and we'll get the business picked, and then you can move over, okay? Without question. Go start a 14-day trial on your Skool community. So I will leave that link in here in the description as well. Create your own community. It is a referral link. So I will get a commission. I get 40% if you sign up. So that's $4 or $40 if you sign up for this one. I would start here if you have no experience. You get a 14-day free trial. You'll see me in the Schoolers platform as well. So those are your immediate next steps. I know that I threw a lot at you, but I'm telling you, and I promise you, this is the thing that you've been looking for if you're overwhelmed by the technology and all the things that you have to do and all the pieces that you have to put together. You can literally launch something straight away. You could do it today. You could do it over a weekend, right? I know you're probably busy. You got a 9 to 5. You got all these things you got to manage. This is it, okay? Take action. If you don't take action on this video, you're just going to go to the next video. And then you're going to do the same thing. You keep spinning your wheels. You're looking for the thing. Like, this is the thing. I just gave you the thing. But you have to make a move. Watching all these videos does not help you if you don't do something. You got to stop watching and you got to start doing something. Okay? So click this video off and go do something. And I'll be waiting for you. Let's go.